Hello there, I'm AJ PuzzleFerret, and welcome back to X4 Foundation's Split Vendetta, where I've been sending this poor little dragon out into space on a regular basis to grab wares for me that have just been left in space around our shipyard. Well, our wharf at the moment. It's only a wharf at the moment. I have dreams of it being a shipyard as well, but at the moment, just a wharf. I have been altering it a little to try and get it a little bit more useful. At the moment, it's got. Let's see, what's it got? Yeah, it keeps swapping over from what it's got to what it hasn't got. Ah, there we go. So I've put some medical supply units on it, and I've put some food rations on it. I don't know if they're the right ones. No idea. But they're there, so it's got them. And I've also put some water container thingies, water production thingies, and it's going to have some Paranid small domes on it, because the Paranid small domes were the only ones I could afford. So, Paranid small domes, which means it's going to have a load of Paranid workers there at some point. Obviously, we've got the split docking thing which allows four large ships dock at it, and we've still got the small and medium standard dock that allows, like, I don't know, six or eight medium ships. Anyway, this station's not doing too bad. It's not doing brilliantly. It's not the worst station I've got. The worst station I've got, I've had to take all of the money off it and tell it to go away. So that's not doing all that great. We are currently, however, sitting in the Nodan, because having finished the last mission, we are now on to talk to our trusted friend Dalbuster in our station. So, we need to get to Dalbuster. Oh, they stuck it on the side. Ah, okay, the logo's on the side. Wow, the Nodan looks awesome up close. I mean, it's not the best ship in space, obviously, but it does look really nice up close. I just wish that it was a little bit stronger. Well, I suppose I could mod it, which would make it stronger. We currently have 26 million, which is not much in comparison to what we've been having.
I am overjoyed to have you back in one piece, Assistant.
Yeah, I bet you are. With all of those post-its stuck on the side of your tank. Is there anything else you want to say to me? Or is that it? That's it. Okay, so it's this guy who wants...
How's it going?
Hi! You have stuck post-its everywhere. This station is not made for this. Okay. Paranid Civil War.
It's a shame about all those lives lost, but you still did the right thing back there.
Our
friend Gramankenslat is now using Gride's final intervention as a precedent to unite the Paranid against supposedly mounting foreign aggression. If his own movement keeps growing, he might just be able to keep the pontifices occupied enough to throttle their invasion plans. His mediation fleet will certainly require a sizable escort to defend against dissidents and foreign saboteurs.
That is not what my plan was.
That's where we come in.
Uh-oh. Is it? Are we going to talk again? That's where we come in. But what?
How's it going?
Everything's fine. You're not telling me anything new, are you? Okay, deliver diplomatic escort unlocked. Alright, so it's going to tell me, presumably, in the missions log. And it's probably going to be even worse than the other one. We'll see. Alright, so let's see what it is. Dalbuster has put together a plan to facilitate the Paranid peace negotiations. The first step will be to provide Gramankenslat and his fledgling faction of mediators with a sizable escort fleet. And we need one Zeus Sentinel. That's expensive. 6 Odysseus Vanguard. They're okay. I'm alright with those. 18 Gorgon Sentinel. Wow. Just wow. Okay. And 9 Nemesis Vanguard. Interesting. That's a lot of ship. Okay. Dalbuster's diplomatic and economic predictions. Stopping the warring Paranid faction from invading each other's territory will relieve the Holy Order of the Pontifex on that front and allow them to focus their attention elsewhere. Meanwhile, the God Realm of the Paranid will have less use for the military equipment. Alright, well, in that case, what I need to do now is what I've been doing behind the scenes, which is lucky. Because obviously we've been making this station into a wharf. And part of the process of making this station into a wharf is to go over to the various Paranid stations. Can I get to this one? Don't know whether I can teleport to that. Oh, I can teleport to that. Awesome. Okay, so I've been teleporting to these, and I have been talking to the faction representative. Buying myself some ship designs. So let's get over to the Paranid one again. If I can. There we go. Straight there. Brilliant. Always handy. Now we have completed all of the research on teleportation, so I can go anywhere in the universe I like, as long as they'll let me, or as long as I've got a ship there. So that's quite handy. As such, let's go to the representative. Surely I should just be able to teleport to the representative's room. Yeah. Okay. I do wish that all of these would open and just lead somewhere. Even it doesn't matter where it leads. Well, it does, as long as it doesn't like just doesn't you out into space. It'd be nice if it led you somewhere, wouldn't it? Hey.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay. I'd like to buy blueprints. And now, this is where we see how much I've actually got already. Because the equipment, I've got a lot of. The beam weapons and all that sort of stuff. All of these, they're all purchased. I haven't got the mass drivers. Because they're rubbish. That's just my experience of them. Yeah, I haven't got the mass drivers. Okay, and there's a few others there that I haven't got. But as you can see, I have been busy buying up everything that I can buy up in the Paranid selection. So I'm glad that I went for the Paranids first, because otherwise I would have been snookered on this one. Anyway, so we've got all of the shield generators. We've got all of the turrets. We've got a good majority of the weapons. Some of them I haven't got, like the mass drivers, as I said. And the Odysseus main battery is not within our reach quite yet. So I need to continue earning lots and lots and lots and lots of money. So that will help us with that. I've got all of the engine designs. So we've got all of the shield designs, all of the engine designs. Thrusters, most of the thrusters I have. Some of the bigger ship thrusters I haven't got because I haven't been able to afford them yet. We've got missiles here. So we've got all of the missile designs as I can see. Drones. The drones were really cheap, so it was really easy to get those. Consumables. We have all of the designs for the consumables. And the countermeasures, of course, we've got those as well. So, we have most of these things, which is very helpful indeed. And hopefully, at some point, people will start ordering ships. Because at the moment, they're not. I mean, I suppose I could just start making ships and then sell them anyway. But I don't know how cost-effective that is. I don't know whether it's cost-effective at all. Anyhow. We have the design for the Nemesis Vanguard, apparently. I don't even remember picking that up, but apparently we have the design for the Nemesis Vanguard, which is excellent. So that's one of them, isn't it? We needed the Gorgon Sentinel, I believe. Interesting. The Nemesis is... I don't know how much the Nemesis cost, because I've already bought it. Rats! Okay. But we can get the Gorgon Vanguard. I don't know what... I don't remember which ones we wanted. We will have wanted the Odysseus, which is going to cost me 50,000. 50,000! It would be easier to just make it, get them to make it. It would be far easier to do that. But anyway, we've got a few of the designs here. I've gone for all of the cheap ones, as per usual. Because it's obviously, it makes sense to get the cheap ones first. because you can afford them. So yes, we have the cheap ones first, and we have some of the others. Not many. Anything that costed a lot of money, I've just not gone for. Because I'm not made of money yet. So, yeah. Anyway, so we got a few of them. Let's see what we can make. Let's see. Well, first of all, I need to get that quest stuff. Why is that labelled as hard, whereas the other one is labelled as very hard, and yet the other fleet seems to be less demanding than the one that we're making there. We've already got the 5 rattlesnakes. I messed up on my order for the dragon raiders, so we didn't end up with the dragon raiders that we would have wanted. But we did get some dragon raiders. Sorry, we didn't get dragon raiders. We got dragons, which was the problem. So actually, yeah, I'm going to need to do something about that. Anyhow, in the meanwhile, what have I been up to? Well, space is a total disaster at the moment in this particular area over here. The Xenon have taken over Company Regard. That was something that we already knew. However, he was twin to is seriously in trouble. I mean, it's been taken over already, as you can see, and the Xenon are well and truly moved in. You can see all of the Xenon moving through the sector and flooding into. He was Twin 1, which is having massive trouble around this area here. I did try to send a fleet in there to help save them, which is why they are over here, I think. Yeah, they're over here because they ran. I made them run away, for they were not ready to face the onslaught of what was coming into that sector. The problem is this here, this eye. Now, an eye on its own is manageable. I could probably destroy that eye, but that eye has 1, 2, 3k with it. It had more than that. I've destroyed a couple of k. Oh, it's got 4k. Okay, so it's got 4k with it. 5k, maybe. 4k. Okay, so it's got 4k with it, and it's got a bunch of P, and there's M's and stuff everywhere. You can see this
awaiting orders.
Patrol destroyer Phoenix Vanguard moving in, but they stand no chance, none whatsoever. 3 of those things against an eye, and the eye is going to win hands down every time. So yeah, in fact, there's another 2 going in there. But I'd sent my capital ships in there, and they would have got slaughtered had I actually gone with that, but I didn't. I'm quite curious to know how much stuff is in our inventory now, because I've been sending my one of these, my personal dragon, around the place to pick up inventory stuff for absolutely ages. So I'm very curious how much will be there. I'm going to have to check that out. Anyhow, other things that have been happening in our universe. Earlier on, we had this was Xenon. This was also Xenon, and this was no longer owned by the Paranid. Sorry, not the Paranid, the Split. So that was where I stuck my fleet originally, and all I did was I stuck my fleet next to one of the gates. I think it was this one over here, and because the Xenon were using that gate to flood through, they found that I just stemmed the tide. I stopped the Xenon from flooding into the sector. I was destroying all of the K that they sent in there, and as such, this sector now is back to Split ownership, because they moved back in again, and since then they've done this. I didn't help them with this. They've taken back that sector, and they've taken back that sector as well. I'm very curious if they're going to manage to take on Matrix 598, because obviously that's got a shipyard and a wharf in it, which makes it a much more decent place for the Xenon to keep a hold of. They've got a tiny little squadron in here, and this tiny little squadron's been flying around for ages, but obviously the Zioth Patriarchy have some
Awaiting orders.
have some bad guys around there now. We've still not moved into this in any way, shape or form, so that's... and I've not checked out this sector here. It remains totally unknown, despite the fact... I mean, it's in that sector where it's all like a red sun and everything's bright red and it's a bit weird. I don't really like that sector. I've been getting a Tethys, I think it's called. Tethys. And I've been spreading satellites absolutely everywhere. So now a lot of these sectors that didn't have satellites in them before are absolutely peppered with satellites. And there's one that isn't. Great. Okay, so I've managed to find some of the ones that aren't as well. Great, this one isn't either. Wonderful. So I need to do something about Argon space. Got it. What's happening here? It's Tharka's Cascade. Hang on, wait a minute. That is red. No, it's not. That's not red anymore. Ooh, the split have taken it. The split have taken Tharka's Cascade. That's amazing. Awesome. I hope they take this as well, because then we'll have a good ability later on. I don't like the Xenon, so, you know, we'll have much more chance of wiping them out. You see, the Xenon have the eye, and the eye is incredibly dangerous. But the Zioth Patriarchy only have, like, one of the raptors. So the raptors... Obviously, the raptor is horrendously dangerous. Wow, that place has got stations everywhere. Just look at it. Packed with stations. I guess that's the main one. Anyhow, yes. So we need 2 fleets now. And the only thing I can do is save up for them. But the best way to save up for them, really, is to do what I've been doing, which is I've peppered the Argon Prime with loads and loads of drill vanguards. So there's drill vanguards everywhere around Argon Prime, and it's grabbing ore and silicon, I believe. As such, we have ore and silicon. I could do with sending more of them around the universe. This might be a good place to stick them, because all of these stations are sort of in conflict with each other. There's the Paranid, there's the Argon, and then there's the Argon Antigone forces. And so they need all of the stuff that they can get, and I definitely need to send resources around the place. The Holy Order still have everything around here. The Xenon haven't tried to move back into here at all, and again I've peppered the entire place with satellites. So I've been very busy dumping satellites around the universe. I thought it was the best thing to do, and it seems to have it's worked quite well. It's obviously better to just buy the trading things so that you can just have the trading stuff. But yeah. Okay, so it's the Gorgon Sentinel that I'm after, not the Gorgon Vanguard. As such, I'm at the wrong station, aren't I? I need to be in Holy Order space. So, can we teleport to this? Yes, we can! Brilliant! Okay, you watch. I'll just about find out that I've already got it. Let's see what we've got in comparison to what we haven't. Ooh, bright lights.
Entering system.
They didn't do
Holy
that
vision.
in the other place. Blech. Horrible bright lights. Okay, ooh, no floor. Come on, game. Catch up. I don't like walking into space. Thank you. Scary. Right. Hello there.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay. Now we need ships. And have we got the Gorgon Vanguard? No, Gorgon Sentinel. No, we haven't. So there we go. We now get the Gorgon Sentinel. We can afford to get another one. But I don't know. As again, we've got quite a lot of these Sentinel ships. So I've been buying as many as I could. Should I buy some trade ships? Maybe. Yeah, let's buy one of those. There we go. So we got 2 more ships off the list, and that's cost us most of our cash. I think this station over here is successful. I don't know why this particular station is successful and the other station is completely not, but that's the way it goes. So we've got another 6 million that we're just taking from that station. Whereas in Argon Prime, our other station is a total disaster. It's just awful. It's abysmal. It wants 25 million. It's not as good as that station back there. It wants 25 million. I can't afford to throw 25 million at it, especially when it's producing smart chips, which you would have thought would have been great, but it's full of smart chips. It's absolutely packed full of them, and it can't sell them. The lowest price, it's trying to sell at the lowest price, and it can't sell them. Nobody wants smart chips because it's just something that the universe doesn't want anymore. At least not around Argon Prime, because in Argon Prime they seem to be fine with their smart chips. Let's see how they're doing. You doing okay with your smart chips? Give me some information, would you? Loadout? No. Why am I not getting the information I want? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. They've got everything that they could possibly ever want. And smart chips is absolutely cram-packed full. I need to get over there and get them dumping out all of their cargo, because this is terrible. I think this is because I've been using these drills all in Argon space. Yeah, they're fully stocked in virtually everything. I think that if I moved all of these drills to a different sector, then I could continue to get loads of cash from the drills, but and it would go quicker. So I do think that I should move the drills perhaps over to second contact, maybe. Although there is the slight problem of if you move all of the drills over to second contact, then they could start landing at stations just when a faction blows them up. Because as you can see, these stations are under attack at most times. So yeah, that's a bit of a pondery. In the meanwhile, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fly around the universe and try and find missions to build stations. Because missions to build stations get you a ton of cash. So, yes, I do think that it would be nice to get some missions to build stations. I don't think I'm going to go in my dragon. I think I'm going to go in my my main ship. Where is it? Over here. Brilliant. Okay, let's teleport to that. But I don't need the other ships with me anymore. I was keeping this squad of ships with me because obviously we had missions where we were actually going around the universe doing something.
Nemesis.
So
Vanguard.
I was worried that I was going to get shot to pieces. Which I did get shot to pieces. Very unhelpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these to not be in my squad and just set them to be in their own squad. And then they can hang out here where it's nice and safe. It is so incredibly safe in Holy Vision. Nobody's going to attack me there. They have just swamped this entire place in ships, and there's no chance. In fact, I'm surprised that the Paranid haven't actually taken this sector. There is a lot of Paranid ships. If they really sent their fleet out to second contact, they could wipe it out. I guess they've taken the other route and gone this way, and they are doing pretty well over here. So yeah, they could be taking this sector first. It just depends on how serious they are with taking it. They've got a few ships over there. That's not a fleet yet. That's not a fleet. It's not going to manage it. We'll have to just see how it goes. I still can't believe that the Teladi are getting wiped out over here. I'm going to have to increase my own fleet. If I can get my fleet good, then I can perhaps help the Teladi out. This is a nightmare. I do not want to happen anywhere near me. We'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, so I'm going to try going around the universe and trying to get some station building missions. As you can see, you can tell what's going on in the universe now that we've finished we've got to the building of the fleet stage, and that's how things are going at the moment. So I shall catch you in the next episode. In the meanwhile, you take care. Thanks for watching. Feel free to watch other things on my channel. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye for now.